All right. How's everybody doing this fun Tuesday night? If you're in the DFW area or by me, it's like hailing and raining and cold, which is, a little different from the beautiful Tampa we were all at. Kind of missing that weather right now. Not gonna lie. But I'm glad we have this shirt, and I keep seeing all of us in it that live here, like Sherry, Kelly, me. We're like, okay. So thank goodness for the shirt from conference. Anyways, okay. Wow. I am so excited for tonight. Excited about what was just announced at conference, excited about who's going to talk tonight and share what they've got out of conference, and then how we're going to use that to catapult us into this next season. This is our season. This is definitely, if there's a season to shine in this business, it's right now. And we're going to go for it. So before we go into kind of talking to each person that's on here, all the triple diamonds and above on our team, which is awesome. I want to just go over what promotions do you guys understand one more time, what we have in our hand that were announced. One, we are opening in Korea this month, which is so exciting. Two, we had 3 new products come out at conference. The creamer is now available, which is great for all the people who like their coffee more than the keto coffee is a little too creamy for you. And then the ketones and the ketones to go should be coming out. I keep hearing them say, like, hopefully by the end of the week. So I know it's probably got to go through some approval processes and stuff like that just to finish up. So those are coming out. There is a contest for anybody in this business to get to go to the ranch, which is crazy awesome. So you just got to build emeralds. The top emerald builders of the company are going to get to go spend time at Mark and Cindy's ranch. And then the top 3 are going to not just get to go to the ranch, but then get to go to the island. And in the past, that's just been for ambassadors, but they're realizing they got some people hustling that aren't ambassador yet. And so you could be there. There's an incredible emerald bonus for anybody right now who's not currently emerald. You go emerald by the end of this month, and you're going to get a $5,000 bonus. That is worth some work, that $5,000. And then anybody who joins January, February, they have 2 calendar months to go emerald, which means they sign January 2nd. They actually have till March 30th. Is there 30 days in March or 31? 30 days has September, April, June, and November. 31st. They have till March 31st to get that. Anybody who joins in February after February 2nd has until the end of April. And so that's a $5,000 bonus. And then for diamonds and above, they're matching pay. So this promotion affects everybody, whether you just got in the business, whether you've been in it for a while, it's going to affect you. And so what we're going to do tonight is just hear from our leaders that were at conference. What are some aha moments they had? What are some simple takeaways that we could all implement in our business? And then what are some tips that they have to go emerald? And to help our people go emerald. So before I take any more time, I know it was so fun to not, I remember Sherry always saying the first year at conference that she was in the VIP section by herself. She's like, I need you guys up here, And then Joy and I got to join John and Sherry last year. And then this year we had Billy and Kelly and Danielle and Kathy. Did I miss anybody? Esty. We all got to sit together in that section, and I know all of our hearts is like, man, just more of our team by next year, because it's just going to be fun to take over that section, which is crazy to think. So Billy, girl, you let me unmute you. You have rocked this business. You have been like one of the pillars in here for the last couple of years. Why don't you really quickly, I didn't tell you guys this, but in like 1 minute, name, rank, and because of it works.
Billy Cervetta. I'm a triple diamond, and because of it works, I have been able to change a lot of my team's life. Go with that one.
I love it.
Because of it works, but that one comes to mind real quick.
Yes. You're a rock star. Okay, let's just talk about, man, you got to go to conference, you got to be a part of the VIP treatment. In all of that, what would you say would be kind of your aha moment? Because one of the things I love about conference is like all these different people talk, and you never know what's going to like stick out to you or what's going to get you going.
I mean, it felt like a dream, honestly, being down there. But one thing that I took away is when Kimberly Satterwhite was up on stage and she said, scared money don't make money. And that just right there, it's like, guys, I may be a triple diamond rank, but I mean, I'm still scared of a lot of things. So I'm sure I can relate to you guys. You know, you may have seen me like go blitz crazy before on Facebook, and you kind of got to get into that rhythm. So if you're scared to blitz, you're scared to post because of what people are going to think, you're scared to blitz because of what feedback you're going to get, you're scared to throw a fit now, you're scared to make money. And I don't think we realize what we have our hands on and the potential that this can bring in. Because I remember going diamond and I was just like, wow, like this is real. I want more. So out of like that just right there, you know, I need to get over some fears too. I know we all have fears, but that's just my thing. Like, you know, I want more. So I need to move and get out of my own way. You know, we all have a choice. We can stay and remain the same, or we can get out of our own way and get after it.
Yeah, I love when she said scared money don't make money. And to think about her story, she was blitzed at a nail salon. Like someone just started talking to her at a nail salon about this opportunity. And now she is an ambassador diamond. And not just that, but in the top 10 of the company. And so not being scared to just put it out there to the person you're getting your nails done beside or the person standing in line in the groceries, like scared money, you're not going to realize what you have and go, man, you could use this. You know, you don't plant seeds, you're not going to have anything to reap. So don't let fear hold you back from that. Okay. So what was just like a practical tip you kind of heard? They had lots of panels, lots of different people talk, like what's something you can go, I can implement that when I leave.
Oh gosh, I don't know, Stacy. When you ask me these questions, I'm just like, what? I just get so nervous. Just to keep it simple, we're no different than anybody else up there on the stage. Everybody just has a why and a drive. And the only difference from us being, you know, down in the VIP section, the people in the stage, the people on the stage, the people on the floor, people up in the stands, is just like they got in, you know, just how many people are you going to get in front of and talk to? Like, you just got to get in front of people, because the people are on the stage. I know a lot of them, they didn't even have the money to make it to conference, and they found money to get there, and they kept their why right in front of them. They knew where they were headed. And because of that, they're there in the top 150 of the company. You know, so we're no different than anybody else, guys. We just got to get in front of people and take a hold of what we have and just run with it.
Yeah, I love that. Their whys are strong, and it was neat to hear some of their whys and see how that evolves and how it changes too. I think Kyler kind of referenced some of that when he was like in the top 50 and he spoke. He's like, we're here because we've stayed here. You know, we've stayed consistent in this business, and some people have joined us and kept going, and some people have joined us and left, but because we've remained in the midst of all that, you know, it's paying off, just that consistency. And so I think having that why is so important. And then what would be like, girl, you joined this business pregnant, you know, like a lot of reasons of like, you know, that could become excuses, or could be like, oh, I joined, but I'm going to kind of wait until, but you didn't do that. Like you kind of went for it. So for people who are like, this is a bonus you could get, Emerald is a bonus that could happen for people. What's something that you would encourage anybody and everybody to do?
Well, first of all, I don't know. Ashley Sinclair's one of her runners, she said a quitter never inspired anyone. So number one, take quitting off the table. You just got to take it off. Whether you get that bonus or not, you just got to take it off. Okay, we never know what's going to happen after this month. You've got to take quitting off the table. But when Esty approached me and I got signed up, I got excited, guys, and mine was a $500 Ruby bonus. And I went for it, and I claimed it, and I got it. And not only that, but I won the cruise too, which I was pregnant. Guys, I sold wraps like crazy. I'm talking $600 plus worth, and I was pregnant. So anybody can do this business. My main thing is anybody can go, Kelly Lavelle went diamond in 30 days. And so anybody can go emerald in 2 months. And I could have gone emerald in 2 months. It took me 4 months, but because I didn't have my chart in front of me, it took me 4 months. I was helping other people out on my team, and that's what we're supposed to do in this business, but you also got to do what's best for yourself and best for your chart. It is a team effort, but you really got to have that chart in front of you, because if you don't know where you're going, you're not going to get there. Yeah. So just put your head down, get focused, and look at that chart. Like, if you're going to fill it yourself, do not depend on anybody else. So, if it takes, oh my gosh, I can't even think of an emerald, 12 distributors maybe, 5, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12. Then you need to be talking to a lot of people to get those 12 boxes filled.
Yeah. I love that. And if you haven't watched the video already that Sherry posted about what it takes to go emerald, watch that video. It's going to put it right out for you right there. So awesome, Billy. Okay, let's hop over. Kathy. Yay, there you are. I see you. Kathy, I'm so glad you're on tonight. If anybody doesn't know, Kathy is actually the first distributor that Sherry ever signed in this business. So shout out to Kathy for doing that. But Kathy, tell us name, rank, and then your Because of It Works.
My name is Kathy Harden, and I joined back with Sherry in June 2014. I'm a triple diamond. Because of It Works, I just have hope for my life again. I'm just so thankful that I found an opportunity to just grow myself, change my life, change other people's lives, and just, be able to find fulfillment and the ability to just design a life that I love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To kind of take a step outside of what everybody thinks is the box of like what success is measured by, but go, man, I can make some choices, and God has given me the ability, and with this business, a tool to design the life that I would like, the way I would like to live my life. And I love that, outside the box. Okay. So conference, have you been to all of them the last 4 years, the last 4 conferences?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Kath and I were some of the 6 that stayed all in a room together, and not the embassy suites where there was like nice extra room. It was too bad.
Right. Nope. There's nowhere to walk in our room.
Nowhere. It's so true. But so from this conference here, what was kind of an aha moment that happened for you?
Goodness, I have so many, but a few things that really resonated with me was the first thing, and I posted this on my Facebook this morning, was when Ronnie, she said, my strategy might look different, but I'm going to score. And that just really made me think about, like, her story is just one of those, like, outrageous, like, I can't believe she did it stories. And she embraces that. And that is, I think, that's like built her business. Mm-hmm. And we all have our own stories, and we all need to embrace our own journeys and put your blinders on and just go for it. And I think that's what she did. And that's why she is where she is today. No matter like how long it takes or anything like that, like she's there because she put her blinders on and she embraced her story and she went for it.
Yeah. And I love that, because I think comparison is one of the hardest things to overcome in life in general. But then within this business, you start seeing like, oh, so-and-so did it at this speed, and we joined at the same time, and they're already here, and where am I at? I'm not there. Or they're like being a model on Instagram, and I need to be, Sometimes we can just run in circles trying to figure out what to do instead of going, I know what to do, and go, it's okay. I can do it. I mean, it is work. So sometimes we just don't work. We run in circles.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
But you have to just get to work and then do it and go for it, and know that at the right time, you'll reap what you planted.
Yep. Another thing that really stood out to me, Jade Hooper, she said you have to get over yourself to go up. And I mean, that can go in so many different directions, whether you're just talking about like your pride and messaging people, or just all your reasons that you have that are working against you. I think everybody on here could think for reason to that they maybe shouldn't be successful in this business. You know, everybody is busy, has kids, has priorities and things like that. But you got to get over yourself to change your life and change other people's lives. So that was something that really stood out to me. And really my last aha moment, excuse me, would just be the whole conference, and just seeing where our company is going and what their vision is for us. Nothing lit my fire just like that did. Just seeing where we're going, what our vision is for the future, for this year, and for many years to come, like just getting that ST, and just getting that vision for everybody. You know, you have to, you need vision, and that just made me feel like, man, I sure am in the right place at the right time. Ups and downs come, and I'm in the right place at the right time.
I felt that too. It was almost like, it feels like because the company is ahead of the game and wanting to reinvent itself, it feels like we're getting it on the ground level all over again. Like I'm like, yes, if you are here, now is the right time. Okay, what's just a practical tip that you heard somebody say from the stage or anywhere that you're like, oh yeah, that's something good to implement?
I guess I would say the biggest one was that events are key to inspiration for yourself and for your team. And, you know, I think I even took that one like real personally, and because of my job, sometimes I miss events, and I was feeling uninspired, and I like went to conference and I was around my girlfriends again, and just hearing from the speakers, whether it's just the party pad at an OTOM or coming together and getting on a Zoom. Just last night on our power hour, I'm usually working at that time, and I was on, and I was so inspired and so excited to just be able to participate with you guys. Like, I just had such a good time, and don't take those times for granted, because when you can't do it because you're working or something, like you feel it for sure. So definitely just getting to events. We have that OTOM that's coming up, the Latino launch, and that is super exciting. Like, I can't wait to like just be a part of that and see everybody again. So I would just say, like, look for your local events, get connected with people so you can have that, because this business is so much more fun when you are not isolating yourself. And to be honest, sometimes I can do that, you know? So, and I realize that more now than ever, and I'm not going to let that happen again, because like, I feel so inspired and so fired up and just ready to help more people, to change more people, to change my life and help be a part of other people's stories changing too in their lives. So yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one.
That is a huge one, just to go. And if you don't know, you can get on your It Works app and go to events in there, and it will tell you what OTOMs are close to you guys. It's so true. Get connected, be around people. Also, you don't feel like you're some floundering fish out by yourself. You know what I mean? By being in that school that protects each other, and we all have a dream and a vision where we're going towards. And so you want to just stay connected. I always love when Mike says, if you want your check to go up, you should be showing up. So I'm like, that's true. But and then what's a tip to go Emerald? Those people who are just hungry.
Yeah. I would say that you need to get a vision and a plan together for this month, and that starting today, like it's, February, there's 20 days in February. So it's the 27th. Like, how are you working that last day? You need to be starting to work like that starting today. And just, what's the worst thing that can happen? But your business is going to grow if you work like that for the rest of the month. Start now, and don't put off doing it a couple weeks to when. Imagine if you sign a runner, one side of your chart takes off, and you could have been working with all these other people who, could have helped you get to where you're trying to go and where they're trying to go to. So that, I would say, It's not over till it's over, so start now. And then I would say we'd have live back when I was going to Emerald, but I would say probably just keep going live, talking about your story and talk about where you're going with It Works, because your story is going to connect with somebody, and that is going to grow your team.
Yeah.
So I would say definitely just keep telling your story, and I'm challenging myself to do that same thing. So I'm right there with you guys.
Yes. Good. And I love the work like every day is the last day of the month. John Maxwell came and spoke at our church a couple weeks ago, and he said we often over exaggerate yesterday. So we like get caught up in yesterday and we overestimate tomorrow. Like, oh, tomorrow I will do better. Tomorrow I will, but we underestimate today.
That's good.
The choices you make today determine who you are tomorrow. So don't underestimate what you do today. And I think that, like, you can pull some stuff out when you have to. And so put that in now. And so great. Thank you, Kathy, so much. Okay, Kel, I'm looking for you. I wonder how I can do that. Oh, here. It's going to take me a second. Okay, Kelly.
Hey!
Hey, girl, hey!
We be twinning.
Oh, we are? Yeah, it's cold here.
It's cold here too. Shoot, y'all, it's raining. Cats and dogs and hail.
Okay, Kel, tell us your name, when you started, your rank, and your Because of It Works.
Oh, okay. Kelly Brown, Triple Diamond, December 27th, 2014. 14? 14. 3 years. Because of It Works. One, because of It Works is that I get to be home full time with my girls. And I don't have to work outside of my home, which is huge. The other because of It Works is I'm a better me. Like, there's 4 times in my life that I would say were like significant moments that made me a better me. Getting saved, getting married to Andrew, having my girls, those all changed me. And this business has totally revamped who I am as a person. And because of It Works, I'm a better me.
Yeah.
So.
I love that. That's it. Joy and I talk about that all the time. Take everything else away. Who I've become through this business has been worth every second.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. VIP elite sitting in the fun section at
I'm
conference.
not elite yet. Elite this year.
Okay, elite this year. Okay, we got it. All right. So just give us an aha moment that was, from conference.
So I can't tell you who said it, because at the moment I thought it was someone else, and Andrew said, no, that's not right. So, but I caught it as I was running in and out with Leo. But someone said, you can have excuses or you can have a business, but you can't have both. You can have excuses or you can have a business, but you can't have both. And I keep going, well, who has 3 kids and is up all night? Oh, shoot. There goes Leo crying. I'm like, there's a constant factor that I can't control, which is a tiny infant. I'm like, anyway, so I'm constantly trying to figure out, well, how can I do this with all this life happening, And you can have excuses, Kelly Brown, or you can have a business, but you can't have both. And you just have to make it work. And it's a make it work in a major way kind of moment. So for me, that was like one of the major things that I keep telling myself when I mentally start to feel stuck. Kelly Brown, you can either choose to have excuses or you can be Ambassador Diamond, but you can't be both. You can't have both.
That's so powerful, because you get caught in your mind sometimes. And so you have to have the discipline to do that. And I'll always remember my pastor saying, or our pastor saying, you can do anything. And I was waiting for him to say, you put your mind to, but he said, he didn't say that. He said, you can do anything that you feel isn't important enough to do. And so it's not, and not using the word I can't. Like, so if you find yourself like, oh, I can't do that right now, you need to start saying, I choose not to. So then you realize what you're choosing, or I choose to, you know. But I think that's awesome. You can't have excuses and a business, a successful business. And so powerful. Okay. What about like a practical takeaway that you would just pick up?
So this kind of goes along with that. And this is, I know, totally random, but when I was, one of the times I was in the bathroom taking care of Leo, and I was washing my hands at the sink, and there's this lady there that I don't even know who she is, but she's talking to someone else in the bathroom, and I'm like totally listening while I'm washing my hands. And she's talking about it being like that, this go season. Okay. And she's like pumped. She must have been, I don't know what she was, triple or presidential, because she's wanting to go to the next level. And she was praying, like having a prayer time. And she was like, okay, I want to, you know, hit the ground running with this business, whatever, and go to the next level. And she's like, and I need to get results, and I need to get healthy at the same time. And she was praying, and she was like basically trying to ask the Lord, okay, I've got some excuses, but I want this thing to happen. So how do I make it happen? Basically, the only time I have would be like 4 a.m. to try to get up before my kids do. And the Lord said, well, I guess you're going to have to get up at 4 a.m. And so I'm listening to this whole conversation, and it's like stabbing me in the guts. Like, ooh, Kelly Brown, you know? And I was like, Kelly Brown, you can have excuses or you can have a business, but you can't have both. So not everyone has to get up at 4 a.m. But what you do have to do is decide, do you want excuses or do you want to make money? Do you want to have excuses, or do you want to be emerald? Or do you want to be diamond or double or triple or presidential or ambassador? You have to choose between the two. And so I was like, you know what? I have been trying to figure out where can I steal time that I will not be interrupted by my tiny people, you know, because I'm like, if it's not one, it's one of the other two. And so I was like, okay, I am a morning person, not a night person. I'm going to get up at 4 a.m. So here's what I'll say to that. Yesterday morning, I set my alarm. I was so sleepy, and I got up at 4 a.m. Guess who got up at 4 a.m. with me? Leo. So I'm feeding her, and I'm trying to get her to go back to sleep. And in my mind, I'm like starting to get frustrated. And my excuses and my frustration and my mental spot was getting a little funky, okay? The funk was coming up at 4 a.m., mind you. And I'm like, oh, Lord, if I have to feed this baby and rock this baby, I'm going to fall back asleep and lose my whole morning. Whatever, on and on and on. I get her back to sleep. So by then, it's almost 5 by the time I get her to go back to sleep. And guess what happened next? Here comes Perry down the hallway at 5 a.m. Mommy, can I watch a show? Can you hold me? Can I have a snack? I'm like, no! So I like, hurry up and try to rush and get her a snack and lay her down, whatever. 5:30. So I've been up since 4 trying to work my business and get it done. 5:30. Here comes Nova down the hallway. Mommy, I'm awake. Can I watch a show? Can I have a snack? Girl, the fire was coming. I could feel it in my bones. It was not cute. Not the Holy Ghost kind of fire, okay? So by the time I get done, it's 6:30, time to make breakfast, make lunch, and get everybody ready for school. And I lost my whole morning. So the application was, the thing that I took away was, you've got to find the time. You can have excuses or you can have this business, but you can't have both. And it may take some doing something of what you hear other people doing. Like, you know, if you work a job, you try working before, you try working at lunch, you try working after, you try working at bed. And if something doesn't work, that doesn't mean this business doesn't work for you or you can't hit your goal. Don't revert back to your excuses. You just adjust your schedule until it fits. Mm-hmm. So I said, hey, I can't control what happened yesterday morning. Chalk that one up to the devil. I'm getting up again this morning at 4 a.m. So what did I do? Up at 4 a.m. this morning, got my 83 messages out before my tiny people were up. So that was my application. My takeaway from the bathroom washing my hands at the sink was, Kelly Brown, from this conference, you can go Ambassador Diamond, but you're going to have to sacrifice and shut the excuses down in your mind and find the time to work your business. Find it. Mm-hmm. And if 4 a.m. is what it is, then that's what I got.
Yep, I love that. It's true. That's it. That's plain and simple. People want to know how to be successful in this business. You're going to have to work. And I love that they're always saying too, you choose your hard, you know, like, is it hard to wake up at 4 a.m.? Sure. Is it harder to drop your kids off when you don't want to so you can go to work? That's harder. You know, you get,
ooh, that's worse.
Exactly. So you got to choose your hard and then you do it, you know. Joy always says, eat the ugly frog first or something like that. So, you know, there's hard parts in this business, but it's worth it. It's so worth it. What's the other side? I've seen too many people get caught up in their excuses and then they're like, oh, I'm having to go back to school because this didn't work out. You know, or I'm having to go back to this job because this just didn't work, but they never found the time to really do it. And so I love that. Okay, someone's going Emerald. We got some people on here getting a $5,000 bonus this month, like no doubt about it. What would you say? This is what you gotta do. I love seeing these me's. Put it out there, y'all. Speak it. But what's one thing you're like, if I could leave you one thing, this is what I want to tell you.
Put yourself out there. So whatever you have done up until this point. So if you're brand new and you've like tiptoed into posting, turn up the flame. Okay. If you've been in a little bit and you post regularly and stuff, take a step back, an honest, hard look at what your social media looks like. Mm-hmm. Turn up the gas. Mm-hmm. Girl, don't worry about what people are saying. Don't you worry about what people are saying. Most of them don't have your vision. They don't got knowledge. They're ignorant. If you're worried about what people are going to say, they're not on this Zoom hearing us speak life into you. They think you're overdoing a scam or selling hawking something, or, you know what I mean? They don't get it. They don't got your vision. They don't got the heart that we have, right? So you show them. Post your before and afters every single day. That's what I'll say. When it's promotion time, turn up your fire in your posts. Tell people what you're going to do. If you hit it, sweet. If you miss it, who the heck cares? But if you don't put yourself out there, you sure as heck ain't going to hit it. And get those before and afters up every single day. You know why? Because even if you need distributors, say you're just a distributor trying to go Emerald and you're like, yeah, well, I need 11 DTs. You can't get DTs if you're not talking about your products at the same time. Mm-hmm. So don't forget that, because sometimes I do that. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I need DTs. So I'm posting for DTs, and I forget to post about the products. And people go, what business do you do? What products is it? I don't even know if I like what you're selling. Mm-hmm. So they're going to see products and go, oh, I want to try that and that and that. Actually, yeah, I want to do the business and try some of those things. So don't forget that's part of getting distributors, is showing people you using the products and talking about them.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I love Kathy said that too, like tell your story. And y'all, it doesn't have to be some fantastic story that seems unreachable. Like did it works pay for dinner? Did it pay for your coffee? Did it, what did it do? Are you thankful for the friendships, the people you've met? And then you can also talk about where you're going. People follow vision. They will follow your vision for your business. They will join you. They trust you. They know you. So keep speaking that out. And let me tell you something that I would say, don't be scared to sign loyal customers, even if you're wanting distributors. Take that another step. Ask your loyal customers if they want to be a DT. That is one of the tips I will leave you. So saying that, Kelly came to one of my very first launch party, became a loyal customer. 3 months later, joined my business as a distributor. She was a 400 box on my double diamond chart. That's where we started together. And so you can ask those loyal customers, go back and ask those loyal customers if they want to be distributors and join your team. But yes, the product is what gets people hooked. It's what they fall in love with. And so keep putting it out there. Okay, Cal, thank you. You're a rock star. We're going, team.
Love you.
Love you. All right, Esty. Oh, there you are. My screen keeps changing. All right, Esty.
Hey.
Hey, tell us who you are, what rank you are, and your Because of It works. Uh-oh, did we lose you? We did. Okay, we'll wait 1 second to see if she jumps back on really quick. She said her phone was going out at one point. But y'all, when you're signing distributors, keep it simple too, okay? And don't feel like you have to have all the answers. Just say, okay, I can see you. Okay, Esty. Okay, sorry. Okay, try again.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. My name is Esty Martinez. I'm a triple diamond. I've been doing it 2.5 years. So what It Works has done for me is, wow, so many things. But one of the things that Stacy talked about, and I think Kelly talked about it, is it's totally changed me. Just like, I mean, finances, obviously that's a given, you know, but the biggest thing I feel like is just me and who I am. And like Stacy, you said, if we were to walk away, you know, that was one of the things that Cookie and I talked about also from this business. Like, it's just changed who I am, you know, just as far as like working hard and as far as dreaming, all those things that I felt like I didn't used to do. I mean, I think all of those came along the way on my journey doing this business, and for that I'll always be forever grateful for this business. Just casting all of those different things, those are so new to me. Things that came so unnatural are now feel so natural, you know what I mean? So I guess that's kind of like number one that I would say that it has done for me.
I love that. Love that. Okay, conference was fun this year. Just a whole new experience. Just talk about kind of your aha. I know you had multiple aha moments, but
Oh yeah.
Pick your top one or the one you feel like you're supposed to share the most and share that with us.
Okay, so I would say obviously, like everybody said, the biggest aha was going from sitting in premium seating to now sitting on the floor. I sat up there in premium seats last year and said to my husband, I will be sitting down there next year. So that is a huge aha. But I would say beyond that, it was sitting in the VIP section with so many of my friends and that are like family. I mean, the relationships I have with most of you, I've had 14 plus years with, which most people on here don't even know that. But I feel like God has brought all of us together, and it just feels so much like family. And even the new relationships, I feel like they're my family too, just because of the business. But the biggest aha was sitting there next to them, but sitting there next to my husband holding his hand. And for those of you that don't know my story, there'll be a time where I can share it, but that is probably my biggest aha, is just God's faithfulness to me and to my husband in this business, just staying the course and just staying faithful to his calling and being able to sit and experience that together.
I love that. Yeah, it was great to see. And you know, staying consistent and staying faithful pays off. It's not easy, but it pays off.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Kind of what would be like a takeaway that you're gonna implement from being at conference?
I would just say like the biggest thing that I'm going to implement and just take away from conference is just sitting there amongst everybody. That's one thing that me and Cookie talked about so much. It just felt so tangible. Not saying that when you're in premium seats, like you definitely feel that, or if you were in general seating, like you definitely feel like, oh, I want to be there. I want to be on the floor and stuff. But when you're actually sitting there and it's like, you are only so close to that stage, it's like you feel it. Like you feel there's something deep in your soul and in your heart that you can just feel like, wow, like, why would I give up now? Like I worked so hard to get here and I'm only that far away from being right there. And I feel like if any of you are sitting here, like I know that there's many of you because I have like a handful of you on my team right now. So I know if there's a handful of you on my team, if you're going through something right now, if you were sitting at conference and you are in the depths of despair, or you are having issues in your marriage, or you're having issues with a family member, or you just feel like your whole team has come crashing down and you sat there and you're like, I don't even have anyone working on my team, and you just feel at a loss for this, like, don't give up. Like people give up too soon and your blessing is around the corner. And that is one of the things that kept going through my mind over and over. I thought so many times, like, I am so thankful that I didn't, because this is where I'm at right here. And next year I'm going to be on that stage. And that is such an amazing feeling to know that. And just like, I got to experience this, and I'll just share it really fast. You guys were up in the top 150, and Danielle and them were up in the top 150, and we were, sitting back, and John had come and grabbed me and Cookie to go up and take pictures of them while they go up, for the top 10, and I remember like my heart racing because one, I was super nervous for them, because we didn't have idea what number exactly that they were. And I just remember that adrenaline feeling like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy, and holding like their hands, standing there just waiting for those numbers to be called. And I was like so choked up, but like one, because they're one of my best friends in the whole world, and to know how hard they work to get to that place is just so incredible. And it's such a credible feeling to see your friends achieve something that they worked so hard for, especially leading us and knowing that they put in the work to get there. But the next thing is just knowing this could be us. And it will be us. You know what I mean? And like just standing there, it's just like this crazy feeling of emotions just came over both me and my husband, because it just like my stomach, that nervous stomach shaking, like I felt that way. And I was like, as soon as they called their name, and I just cried, well, actually, as soon as they called the number before them, I cried because I knew that they were the next number. And that was just like the craziest feeling. And I was just so excited. And I was so excited for you, Stacy, you and Joey, just knowing like, oh my gosh, we watched your journey and we're a part of that, and you're your friends. And Danielle and Ben, just hours talking on the phone, me and Danielle, and just knowing how hard like her and Ben have worked. Like it's so exciting to see my friends be able to do that, but then also know like that's going to be us. You know what I mean? That's going to be us. And then I'm going to have more of my team that I saw in the other seats. Like I kept telling them, you're going to be down here with us next year. It's so crazy to see like my first year, you guys, in premium seats, I'm sorry if I'm talking too long, Stace, but my first time in premium seats, I get to have Billy, my personally enrolled, sitting right there with me, with her husband. And those are our friends of a long time too. And so it wasn't just mine and Cookie's first experience. We actually got to have our first experience in VIP seating with so many of our friends. And that's such a great feeling to know that. But I would say that as far as taking anything away, I would just say if I could just share that incredible feeling is just knowing like it's worth it. It's so worth it.
Yeah, I would say even from that, if you haven't asked some friends and family or just some people that you're like, man, who would I love to do this business with? Who are some people that I would love to go to the top with? I mean, I remember my very first conference going into it, and like at the first day I remember going, oh, Sherry's gonna rock this thing. Like that's how I felt, that was my personality. But by the end of it, I remember having this feeling like, oh my word, Stacy, you could do this too.
Yeah.
That was like the first, and I mean, I think I still feel that like you could do this, too. And so what I would say to everybody sitting here watching is like, who are the people you want to do this with? Go back and ask them again, like
yes.
I'm so glad Sherry didn't ask me once.
Right.
you know, like what if she did and like jetted and was scared to ask me again? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm glad Joey asked Andrew. So if you have a husband out there, use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned it to Kelly once, and then she kind of shut me down because she was scared to do sales. She's like, my mom bought everything for me when I was a kid raising money. So I was like, okay, I guess Kelly's not going to do this thing with me. But Joey asked Andrew, like, Kelly could do this, you know? So ask again, because it's these moments you get to experience together with just people you love and your friends and your family. And we have the power to be able to do that. Like, that's fun work to me. Okay, what people going emeralds? What's a tip? Because you went Ruby fast. So let's talk about that for a second.
Let me just tell you this. I went Ruby in 2 months, which, I mean, there's a lot of us that have done that. I sat at Ruby for a while. I mean, those of you, like, I can't get into it here, but like, I have a story of why I sat Ruby for a long time. This life happened and just different things. And, but then, you know what? I actually saw everybody like promoting to Diamond, and I was like not very far behind. I just needed to, you know that life was going to happen, and I had to just work my business regardless, you know? And so I started just going really fast at working like my butt off. And I double promoted from Ruby to Emeralds. I mean, from Ruby to Diamond. And so what I would just say is, don't go Emerald, go Diamond. You're literally right there. If you are going to shoot for Emerald, why not shoot for Diamond? You're going to unlock everything that there is for a Diamond. You're going to be able to get those match pay that are going to be announced at 20% on everybody's pay. So literally you build, instead of building 2 rubies, you're going to build one of your rubies to a emerald, and you're just going to build that other one at a ruby. And so it's so simple. And so when I was Ruby, I don't even remember charting my emerald. I don't even remember doing that. I literally was like, Sherry, I'm going to go Diamond. Like, what do I need to do? Like, I'm going Diamond. In my mind, I didn't even care. I didn't even want to go Emerald. And I know that might be not the greatest thing to say on here because everyone's trying to go Emerald, but you're still going to get an Emerald bonus when you go Diamond. I got a $2,000 Emerald bonus, and then I got a $20,000 Diamond bonus. So there you go, you know? So just shoot for, I mean, what is that saying? Shoot for the stars and land in the clouds? Or is that how it goes? Am I saying it wrong? Yeah. And so I just feel like, go for Diamond, y'all. Like, you can do it. Like, I'm just telling you, that was probably the quickest promotion right there, because it's just so tangible and it's just so easy to do. I mean, it's not easy, but I'm saying it's definitely doable. So I say go for Diamond. 100% go for Diamond. And you can do it, because I did it as a Ruby. I went Diamond, and you can do it too.
So good. Okay, go for Diamond, y'all. Don't sell yourself short of anything, because you deserve it. You're worth it, and you can do it. Okay. Thank you so much, Esty.
Welcome. Love you.
Love you. Okay, Danielle. Yeah, I see you. Okay. Hey, Danielle.
Hi, guys.
Y'all, number 136 right here and still going up. How exciting to get to hear from you. So tell us, you know, for the people who don't know who you are, rank, and...
So I'm Danielle, and me and my husband, we live in California, and we just started a little over 2 years ago. And I actually didn't have a network or anything like that, or a supportive family. And so I've had to really build my business all from using the tips that I would listen to on these tips from the tops for the past 2 years. I really just had to listen to what everybody said and implement it. And that's what I've done.
I love it. Okay. And because of it works, what would a because of it works be?
Well, so Ben was in the Army for the first 4 years of our marriage, and we really didn't see each other. And it was just we barely felt like we had any time together, and he was always gone. And we really wanted to have more time together. And my family, I'm the only child. And so I really wanted, for me, it was a lot about the freedom. I thought in my head, this would be so nice. I didn't really think I could get this from this, but the freedom was really important to me, and being there for my family. as an only child. And so, yeah, we get to do that. Like, we get to travel all the time. We get to be with my family. I mean, I think also, like, you know, we paid off all of our debt. We don't have like any credit card debt. You know, we get to give a lot. Like, Ben and I do give we give, you know, a lot to other people and like the orphanages. We really love these orphanages in Mexico. So it's been such a big blessing to us in so many ways.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah. I feel like with you, like we could just start listing off so many because of it works things, but time is probably one of the most precious things we all have and can agree on. So, okay. Conference. What's your aha moment?
Okay. So my aha moment was, you know, everybody says last year, like they sat in premium seats and like they made the decision they were going to be on that stage. Well, I sat in the premium seats, but I can't honestly say like I was so set on being on the stage. Like I wanted it in theory. Like in theory, I was like, oh, that would be so nice. But I really didn't feel like I could. And so it was like, I kind of wanted to have a moment. Like I remember when Stephanie Dunn told Mark, like, you don't know me now, but you will. Like I wanted some type of moment like that last year where I just like knew for sure. And like, it kind of felt like something came over me, but I didn't ever have that type of thing. But I did know enough to be like, well, I know that would be nice. And so I was kind of like, okay, God, like, please show me the way. And I am going to give this year my all. And I am going to every single day put actions forth for my business. And I am going to basically work super hard. And I want to be there. You know, I want to be on that stage and I want to be sitting on the floor next year. And it wasn't like this optimistic, like, oh, it's just going to automatically happen to me. But I was like, I didn't think it was going to automatically happen because I never did have that feeling. So I was like, I am going to work super hard this year to make this happen. And so then when we were on stage, like, you know, when we got called on stage right after Joey and Stacey, like I was just on there and I was like, I think the biggest aha moment was just that I was like, there are no secrets of being on this stage. Like I was like, there is nothing like extraordinary that I have done in the past year. And it's really funny because like somebody, you probably are on here, but somebody told me that last year after conference, like we said we were going to be accountability partners. And she was joking because she was like, you know, yeah, Danielle, you, after we said that, you went and worked super hard and like I didn't do anything. And so you ended up getting on stage and like I didn't really, I don't know, however you said it. But I think it's just the truth is that like I was up there and I was like, there's nothing that nobody's not going to tell you. It's just you have to do the work. But if you do the work, like you can literally be on the stage, you know? And so I think the biggest aha moment was like, I was like, okay, well, if I can do this, like I could work super hard and be in the top 10, you know, like there's nothing really that's going to stop you besides just putting that action forth every day and making sure that your mind like doesn't get the best of you. I've heard so this is something I've heard people tell me like all weekend long. They were like, well, you were on that stage because you have Ben's support. And they're like, you have a husband. Like, I don't have a supportive husband. Or some single people told me like, I'm not married. And that may be what like you're telling yourself, but I have a lot of plenty things that I told myself. I like those people on that stage have this that I don't have. Like last year, I literally remember thinking those things. Like I would like look at everybody and I'd be like, well, they have this, like I don't. So like I can't get on that stage. Like everybody could have something like that. But like if you just put the work forth, like there's really nothing that can stop you besides you doing nothing, you know? And so I think that was like the biggest aha moment for me was just like, anyone can do this. Like literally anyone can do it. You just have to, you know, really put the work forth. And like, I think sometimes we think we can't. So then we don't put the work forth because we give up too easily. And we're like, oh, like I'm not going to even try, you know, because that could never happen. Maybe if you're trying to get the emerald bonus, maybe that's how you feel. You're like, I'm too far away, so I'm not going to even try. Well, that's like the worst thing that we could do because like everyone can get this Emerald bonus. I don't care if you signed up yesterday, like everyone can get this. And I want to be the kind of person that like just tries and goes for it because that's who I am, not because I think that the goal is like obtainable, you know? So like I talk to Ben about that all the time. Like, I want to be the person who goes for it, not because it seems like easy or it seems attainable, but because like that's the kind of character that I want to have. So I just was really amazed, like being up there. I was just like, there are no secrets. Like anyone can do this. Like, and I want to have like all of our team up there, you know, and I want us to be the ones who are like working so hard together because it's so much more fun to have people that you're doing it with, you know, and we have that, like we have our power hours, we have our tips from the top. So like we have such a gift that we can utilize, but I want us all to be up there, you know, and how much good can all of us do for the Lord and just, you know, to help people if we are all up there doing that. So that was my aha moment, was just there's no secrets, but anyone can be up here doing this. You just got to do it. Like do the wrap parties, message, like actually do it, you know, sign people up. That's it.
Yeah. You do the work. You go for it. And if you're going to go down, you might as well go down swinging. That's the baseball terminology that was used in my house all the time. If you're going to strike out, you better strike out swinging. Don't strike out just standing there watching the ball go back by, you know? And I think that's what we do. And you never know what's going to happen, but if you don't try, it's not going to happen. So, but for sure. A lot of hard work. Okay. So what's kind of like a practical tip that you kind of took from there that,
okay, so I know I told you one of them, but today I was really thinking, so I had like, you know, kind of had a crazy day. I've been really sick lately since conference too, but like I've kind of just been thinking about how we talked to some of the top income earners, like the top 20 one night, and something that, you know, I always like to watch people and like see what they're doing that's successful. And something that one of them said was like, the people who are on this stage just know how to, they know how to get past distractions and do the work anyway. And I didn't tell you I was going to say this is my tip, but as Kelly was talking, and this actually came up earlier today, because like there was a point in my day where I was about to do something for my business, and then something came up and all of a sudden I was distracted and I caught myself and I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to keep doing this for my business. Like I got to get this done. And then like I can go deal with this other thing, you know, and whether that's like relational issues, friendship issues, whether that's your kids or like my dog or like, I don't know, anything. Like it could be literally like anything. I think that what that lady said was like the people who get past distractions and do the actions anyway are the ones who are more likely to be on that stage. So I think if we can all like get really good at saying, yes, like this just came up and this could distract me from not messaging, or this could distract me from not posting, or this could distract me from not giving my business a solid hour, but we do that action anyway, then that makes a huge difference. And then the other tip was just like very simple, but she said that she, one of the ladies said that she comments on her loyal customers' Facebook post. And I never thought to do that. Like I check in with mine sometimes, but just like making sure I'm like commenting on their posts and building a relationship, I thought that was a really good idea.
Yeah, I love that idea. And actually too, what I did, which could help people on here if you don't, I actually put my loyal customers into a list. So I have a loyal customers list that I'll go if I have 5 minutes. I usually comment on it twice a week. So I'll just click on my list and it just brings up all my loyal customer posts right there so I can focus right in on them. And so they're all on the list together. But I do love that because they turn over, they keep buying, and they, they keep interested in what we're doing. There are videos on how to make lists on Diamond Empire. So we will, I'll look for it and bump it up unless somebody wants to look really quick and do that. Okay. Sorry, Danielle. I just got got distracted by that. I got distracted by that. Imagine that. But yeah, distractions, overcoming those distractions. My probably like aha moment or from there was Denise Walsh, when she says, I don't work this business on what I feel. I work this business on what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And then she referenced it to brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, so if emergency is happening in the morning, I'm probably going to brush my teeth before I walk out the door. That's probably something I'm going to do kind of either way. But I was like, that's such a funny analogy. But I'm like, yeah, you brush your teeth. We don't always do it because we feel like it. We just do it because we want healthy gums, floss and brush your teeth, So it's like, you want a business, don't have excuses, do your business, and you do it when you feel like it, when you don't. And I love that. Okay, so there's some hungry people on here wanting to go Emerald. They've already commented. It's awesome. So what would you say?
Okay, so first of all, you guys take our products because you're going to feel so much more energy and actually feel better. Like I read a study today about how people who don't take probiotics and who don't take regular vitamins are more likely to be depressed and have like less motivation. So take our products. Like that's an amazing reason why we have them. But also I think that you really want to be doing everything that you can. Like this is the month, if there's ever going to be a month to pull out all the stops, to try all the things, to like stay awake and message, this is the month to do that. And I don't think that everybody even understands like why or the potential necessarily yet. Because I've been talking to a few people, to like a few of my team today. And I don't think that we understand like the gift we're given right now. Like this is, the only month for people to sign up and get the Emerald bonus right now, but like also the check matches, like, we're given something right now that you could get more than what I've made in the bonuses. So, I mean, this is really the month to like lay it all out on the table and really do like every single thing that you can be doing, and like hosting parties, like messaging, I remember when I heard on Tips from the Top that like, I think it was Sherry or somebody else said that like somebody said they messaged 10 people a day. And like, when I was going Emerald, I was thinking about that today for this video. I like heard that and I was like, oh my gosh, I am messaging 10 people a day. I'm signing no one. Like I remember doing it for like weeks and I signed no one. So like, you just have to know like, what you need to do, because if you are not getting the results, don't just say, well, it works for Sherry, it doesn't work for me. Like there's still something that can work for you. You just may need to try a little bit harder and focus a little more and like maybe put it all out on the table, because you don't know, Sherry could have like done a party that night or before, something, but like you just have to really actually be willing to do more right now. And I don't say that as like a workhorse, but like you're going to be given more right now. So it's like, if there's ever a time that you're going to invest in your business, this would be the time that we really, 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 really invest and do as much as possible as we can right now, because we're never going to have like a better opportunity. And another thing is like, just know you can go Emerald. There is no one on here. Like if there was anybody on here that would have had the hardest time going Emerald, it would have been me, because like I had no friends and like no family. I signed up I'm the only child. I'm the only grandchild. I don't have cousins. So like, I didn't have anybody, but like, oh, and you guys, I had to start my Instagram and Facebook from scratch. So like, I didn't even have the benefit of having like these people on social media. So like, I had such a hard time going, but if I literally could go Emerald, you and beyond, you can go Emerald this month. Like you don't need more time. You have the exact amount of time that you need. You don't need more time. Like really, really go for it this month and give yourself that goal. And every day be honest with yourself. Like that's something I really had to do for myself when I'm going for my promotions. I have to look at what I'm doing and saying, okay, am I getting the results that are going to get me there? If not, how can I do a little bit more, And if I want to get those results, which you definitely want to get this bonus, it's literally $5,000. So like, you want to get this. So like every day, ask yourself, is what I'm doing today going to get me there? And if you're not getting the results that you want, don't get discouraged and quit. That's like the worst thing that you can do. And it doesn't even help, and it's going to make you feel worse. But just say, okay, how can I do a little more? Like, how can I invest more? How can I do more? You know, and then like work, like get it done. Just get it done this month. Like there's no reason on this planet not to do this month. Like it's such a blessing for everybody, and it's so doable. It's so doable. So my dog, you know, she's not in here right now, but she's in the other room. But yeah, everybody should just, you know, and know that God's called you for such a time as this. So like, this is the month that we've been giving the opportunity. Like, don't sit there and overthink it and be like, well, should I go for it? Should I not? Like, I told this to my team this weekend. I was like, you know, if It Works handed you a $5,000 check, are you going to accept it? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, that means you should go for this. Like, you don't need to overthink, like, can I do it? Should I go for this? Like, you should. You know, if you would accept that check, then go for this and, like, give it all that you have. And there's nothing that can stop you in the way unless you let it, you know? And yes, there's going to be trials and there's going to be hard things that come up. Even like today, like I had a hard thing where I was like, okay, I could either do what I was doing for my business or I could stop doing that and do something else. I was like, no, I'm going to do this for my business. And there was such a reward. Like God rewarded me in that moment today. And I was like, how many times is he waiting to bless us? But we kind of have to like get over that hump and keep doing things in order to like receive, you know, that blessing and get that reward.
Yeah. No, I love that. Take your products and keep going. Just do it. Try a little bit of everything. Don't be scared to fail. Like if you fail, then you're like, okay, great. I learned from failing. You know, you can fail forward. And you can learn how to work this business and how it works best for you and what you need to do. But try a little bit of all of it right now. Like explore and see what comes back to you. And in the places you come back to, then start focusing on that a little more.
And everyone should have a wrap party this month. Like I don't even love wrap parties because I get nervous to talk in front of people, but I have even already been planning parties for this month. Like there's no one that shouldn't be hosting a party this month. Even if social media is your thing, you should still be hosting a party this month because you could sign up people who go Emerald this month. Like we had Kelly who went Diamond in a month. You could have 5 people who go Emerald in a month if you are like working it this month.
Yes. That was one of the things that I was going to say is y'all, if you have not had a party, you better have a party this month. And if you have had a party, have a party this month. Like there is something about people being in the room together, how you can close a deal like nowhere else. And you get 4 people you have a hour party and you have 4 people in a room, you could sign 3 distributors and a loyal customer and just start going from there. And so you don't know what could happen that way. So awesome. Thank you, Danielle. There's a reason you are where you are and you're going to keep going. I know everybody on here just kind of recapping. Billy was like, know your chart if you're going to go Emerald. Kelly said, Kathy said, you know, tell your story this month and tell where you're going. Kelly said, fire it up a little bit. Whatever you're doing, do a little bit more of it. Put some of that fire under it and post those before and afters. Honestly, that is going to draw people, especially if you're needing volume. Before and afters are going to pull them in. And then Essie said, don't go Emerald, go Diamond. Don't sell yourself short. Like, go for it. And then Danielle was talking about, you take the products, be a product of the product, feel better. Our products are amazing. And so you start feeling great. It's going to come off, you know, and then do it all. Do it all. And so tonight has been awesome. It's just been so great to hear from you guys. I would just even think, you know, now it's time to put in that work and go for it. You have the tools. you are more than equipped to do this business and go as far as you can. Now, like a tool you work with. So now you use the tool, how it's made to be used, and you move forward. And so if you just joined, have that launch party, talk to your upline. If they don't live where you live, do a Zoom with them. Go live on an event. Plug into the party we're going to have Thursday night. We are adding another little 30 minutes together on Thursdays at 2 Central Standard Time, where we're going to do like a 30-minute power hour getting ready for the parties Thursday night. And so we're adding that in there that you can be a part of. We have power hours on Monday nights that have been incredible. Get to an OTOM, get to a green carpet. You have everything in your hands to do it. You know, if you've listened to T.D. Jakes' book, Soar, on being an entrepreneur, and he talks about, God knows we needed toothpicks and we needed tables and we needed all that stuff, but he made trees. Okay, so just realize, think about what you're praying for. He's equipped us. He equipped us with trees to make a table. So if you're sitting there praying for a table and there's a tree right beside you, get your axe out, cut it down, start welding it and sanding it and make yourself that table, because he's given you what you need to do it. And so you want to go emerald, you have everything to do it. You have the leadership, you have these incredible bonuses, signing people up right now. That's one of the things I forgot to talk about. Any DT that signs gets that Fit 5. That's like, these people are making money by signing up for this business. I'm like, can I come back? Like, could that have happened when I did? So like, and be excited, guys. People catch your excitement. If you're excited about it, they're going to be excited. And if you're down, talk up. Okay, if you're feeling down, if something gets you discouraged in the midst of it, you find your diamond upline, your double, your triple, basket, and be like, okay, I'm down. And then let yourself get fired back up, because that's what people are going to follow. So, Lord, I thank you for these people, these precious people that are a part of this business, God. We know, just like from the very first conference I went to, the first thing Cindy said, I think it was like the second sentence of the conference, was, we're blessed to be a blessing, God. And we know that this is a tool that you've put in our hands to help people feel better physically, and to help them financially, and just to kind of be able to offer that hope that they're not going to have to be stuck in trying to figure out their bills, or in trying to lose weight, or just trying to have more energy. I pray that we would open our eyes to the people you put in our path every day that are searching for something like this, and let us realize that we have an answer for them. And we give you all the glory. We thank you for your faithfulness, God. Even when we are faithless, you are faithful. I pray that you bless them, God. Give them ordained moments tonight. Give them the right person to talk to, and let them just have incredible sleep. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. I love you guys. Let's rock this month, okay? Okay.